Finals of the 5th place, kicking us off. Mwamba ladies right into the basket for Tunisia, and immediately being penalized for holding on. Mwamba off to the races, quick off to the races here, carrying it close to the 5-meter. Yeah, Mora going into contact there. Another, oh, that's a successful turnover by Tunisia. They tap and go quickly, looking to stretch out the defense.
Zara Hadej there with a show and go. Elijah, I talked about her yesterday. She is a feisty customer, Zara Hadeji. Some good work there initially from Yamia Mlawa. Then the rack ball comes out quickly. Zara with a show and go. The Mwamba select defense just drifting to the right there. And as soon as they went away, she kept them honest. As soon as she got that space, she just pinned her ears and went into the space. Zara, she does a bit of everything. She can score tries, she can tackle, she can clear racks, and now she also can convert her own try.
Yeah, indeed, multi-skilled. And they push themselves forward 7-0. I was quite impressed with them in that quarterfinals. Yes, they pushed Shogun all the way into sudden death.
They were actually leading at some point.
Yeah, and they're just looking to see if they can wrap this 5th place. Of course, they're also preparing for the Rugby African Sevens Women Tournament that will be hosted here in Kenya, November 15th to 16th. So this is acting as a platform for them to prepare for that tournament. They go to the left. Pang goes through the line break there and scores another quick try. This one by Noah Ayari. Noah Ayari goes over for the second try.
I think there's an issue there in terms of the edge defense, in terms of catch-up defender from Mwamba Select. Noah Ayari with a similar try, the one that's scored by Zara Adeji. I think the winger is sort of going out early, and that allows them the space to get some space in between that winger and the catch-up defender. So as soon as she just showed the ball there, Noah Ayari, and the winger goes away, then it creates a space. And then the catch-up defender is not coming in. Here we go. Look at that, just show and go. And the defender goes out.
Yeah, Eunice Obadia just went out.
I think she went out too early, you think.
Communication needed there from the inside defender to Eunice Obadia just to hold that run. And then quick fire tries here from Tunisia, leading 14-0. That will be a penalty.
Not on offside. Not on offside. Not on offside. It's a penalty.
That's a penalty. You're not allowed to touch the ball if you're in an offside position against an infringement as a knock-on. But Tunisia not using it well. The try scorer knocking it on there, Noah Ayari. Advantage had already been played for that quick tap and go. So it will be a turnover to Mwamba in this scrum down. Trying to communicate clearly there on how they will exit. They're parking at the back line, trying to get themselves into this match. Eunice Obadia, Lynette Mora, Sharil just trying to get themselves organized in attack. Now they have ball in hand. Lynette, a loop around move, goes into contact. Big tackle there from Imaya Malwa.
Right here.
And results in a knock-on. Yamia just put her shoulder in, took the player, and as she was going down, just knocking it on. Mwamba not using the ball well, killing possession and losing on territory. They have not left this area since the games began.
Yeah, it's difficult really when you lose possession just close to your try line. It's a shorter distance for the Tunisian attack to cover.
Yeah, free kick there in favor of Tunisia for an early hooking there from Mwamba. Ball goes out to the wing, steps, tries to fend off Linet, but Yamia still with ball in hand, comes all the way to the right side. Offload there from Zara and giving it to Noor Ayari for her second try of this match. Pinning Mwamba in the 22, punishing their mistakes and pulling away in this first half.
Just like the other game between KCB and Zimbabwe, but KCB tried to play out twice when they were leading 10-0 and conceded 2 tries. Then the third time when they received the kickoff, they hoofed it down the field. Do you think Mwamba Select here will maybe do the same thing?
Yeah, Mwamba Select played very well against Kenya Lionesses.
They did.
They actually, I think, for me, they had more possession than Lionesses. But in this case, Tunisia, I think, have done their homework. And they are using that to their advantage, kicking deep, then pinning Mwamba there and waiting for those mistakes. When they turn over possession, they have a good strike rate, as you watched there. Noor Ayari for her second try.
There was a missed tackle there by Pauline Kaeli. I like that overlap. Here we go.
Kickoff that is just fumbled. Now being their own worst enemies there, knocking it on when they needed possession. Wendy Akinyi gives another cheap spell of possession to Tunisia. I think this is the most dominant I've seen a team in terms of territory. Mwamba have literally played in their 22, the red zone, for the whole of this first half.
Yes, I think they're getting these defense tactics wrong here. Mwamba Select.
They're trying to offload in contact there and succeeds to do so. They have numbers out wide. That loop pass was unnecessary, but Mwamba have to work it, and missing that tackle, allowing another try from Hiba Ben Sheikh. Eunice Obadia just left with 2 players to attend to their. Needed to make that tackle, but still missed it.
I mean, I know the one-on-one tackle there was missed, but I think what you have to argue here is the decision, the tactical decision to stay in this part of the field. Of course, the initial knock on there, the kickoff, so then you can also say that the individual skills not doing them any justice, but the decision to try and play out of here in comparison to the skill level, I think that is a bad decision.
Is needed for that. I think at some point they have to use their boot to get out. However, Tunisia controlling matters here. We get into the halftime, Tunisia leading comfortably, 24-0. Tunisia in a very beautiful lead here, 24-0 against Mwamba. Tunisia lost their cup quarters against Shogun, pushing them all the way to injury, to the extra time, sudden death. Then Mwamba having a fantastic outing in that quarters against Kenya Lionesses. Big score, they lost, but they did well with ball in hand, had long spells of possession. However, in this match, we're seeing almost a very different outfit. I don't know what has changed between the first match earlier on today and in these 5th place semi-finals, but they're at the end of a race. The end of a hiding here in the first half, 24-0. That was a high tackle. High tackle, and Zara Hadeji gets penalized. Mwamba trying to get themselves onto the scoreboard. Linet passes it out to the speedster, carrying it, Eunice Obadia into the 15-meter channel. He can go from the base of that rack, and the ball is passed to no one in particular. And they try to reset, having a carry around the field of that initial rack, passing it out, looking for numbers. They get stepping back in, looking for space, carrying strongly, huddling over one tackler, still going. Naomi Jelagat gets some valuable meters there for Mwamba ladies. Then Cheryl Owaga picks it up, still playing around the fringes. Now they push it out wide, then tucking it in and going into contact. Naomi Jelagat has carried a lot, sometimes to the detriment of the team there. Had Eunice Obadia outside, she had to come in and get the scraps of that contest. Finally, looks like they will go to score Caroline, but gets mowed down. And the referee on scene was well sighted to note that knock-on at the base of the rack. Mwamba ladies, after all that long spell of possession, 10 meters out, they knock it on. See there, Caroline had done enough to just get her team in a good position. But the arriving player, in a haste to get the ball out of that tackle situation, knocks it on.
Is this as far as the Mwamba Select team has come to the Tunisia territory?
Yeah, I think so. The first time they are around these 10 meters out from Tunisia's try line. And Tunisia not really feeling the pressure because Mwamba, their own enemies in this one. Ball is in, a contest of that scrum, then bunching up in attack, compacting the attack here, but do well to offload in tackle there. That looked suspiciously like no release of the ball when she was tackled. Yes, she wasn't. She didn't release, and Hiba Ben Sheikh is penalized for that second time. She got away with the first one, but the referee saw the second one. Refereeing that tackle area is one of the best measures of a referee, because a lot of things happening in that space. So far, the referee has applied herself well in reffing those tackle areas in this match. Jelagat with ball goes to her preferred mode. Strong ball carrier for Mwamba ladies. No advantage, so Caroline goes back and taps that ball. Leads defense up by Tunisia. One hand going for that intercept, and very low high threshold set for such intercepts, and gets her marching orders for the next 2 minutes sitting in the bin. See, she identifies that as a potential intercept, goes for it, misses it, and goes to cool her heels in this warm weather. So for the next 2 minutes, Tunisia will play 6 against 7 of Mwamba ladies. Mwamba coming back strongly in this second half, but most of the hard work has been done in that first half by Tunisia, piling 24 points. You see there on the bin, Rowa Ati. Quick line break there, steps back in, but gets nabbed as she came back in. Cheryl Owaga. A lot of break in play from both sides. The match has been start-stop, but Carolina coming in strong. 1 meter shy of the try line, pick and go. Clary is trying to stretch and score. Then it's a pick and go, and the first score for Mwamba in this game, the 5th semi-finals.
With a try that puts Mwamba selectors forward at the second half all the match. Tunisia on the lead, 24. Mwamba select 7.
If you're joining us at Nyayo Stadium, This is the Safari Sevens 27th edition. It's 29 years of Safari Sevens, but 27 editions. Missed 2 tournaments during the COVID period. And as we watch here, Tunisia leading Mwamba Select. Believe it or not, joining me in the commentary is Sam Kildern. Did I get that pronunciation right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Sam Kildern, famous name here. Sam is the younger brother of Ellie Kildern, who's the Rugby World Player of the Year, Women's Rugby in 2024, right?
Yeah, 2024, 2025.
Sam, welcome to Nairobi.
Thank you.
Look, there's no way such a famous name could have avoided getting the interview. I'm sure you're not surprised also for us calling you here for the interview. But first of all, how good was that World Cup?
Oh, it was amazing.
Was it?
Yeah. I unfortunately didn't get to go to many of the games because I had games myself, but made the final, which all that really matters.
Look, I know it's now called the Allianz Stadium, but we call it Twickenham.
Yeah, I think all the English still call it Allianz Twickenham. So.
But, was the family there in the final? How good was that?
There was everyone there, from close family, extended family, friends and family. There was so many people there. It was just so amazing to see, and just everyone getting involved in the celebrations afterwards. Got a bit too messy, I think, afterwards.
Yes,
but
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Look, Sam, I'm sure you have a famous sister. How good is she? That wonderful try in the final there against Canada. I mean, she's could have done wonderful tries before, but you must have been proud of her.
Oh yeah.
As much as all of the England team were.
I always try to say that it was me that taught her it, but I can't take credit for what she's done.